Good morning, internets, and I'll just point out again, I've said it in another video, but that was from the last Friday night rant. If you're looking at it and going, what's that on his head? So, I've put on Facebook, a few people may have noticed, and I'm deciding to update the games room. At the moment, it's looking pretty bare. I've sort of take all the stuff out, but that's practically been where I put all the gaming stuff. And the problem is, at the moment, this has also become my office, and trying to cram games and office stuff in there is quite bad. So I've decided to buy some new units, so I'm ripping everything out at the moment. We're going to be moving some things around. The only thing practically going to stay in the same place is that. So, a lot of the game junk has been taken out and put into here. That's loads of the stuff. Please ignore that there's a lot of mess. We've got kittens that we're looking after before we get rid of them, so this room's a bit of trash. But yeah, well, the idea originally was to actually put the games room in here, simply because it's bigger and, well, that's it, it's just bigger. But I've decided that not to do that for two reasons. One, I really like being in that small room. It's just dinky, it's fun, it's nice. But at the same time, this room has neighbours. And the thing is, I'm an online gamer, and sometimes I get quite vocal, and I just thought, if I'm in here and I'm playing late at night on something and I just want to swear or something, the thing is, it's not fair having the kids on that next wall hearing me, whereas if I'm actually in the room that I absolutely love, that is the actual external wall of the house, and there's not another house at the side of it, so I can be quite noisy in here and I haven't got to worry about it. And at the same time, if I'm ever filming a Friday night rant and they're banging, which they tend to do quite a lot, they're always decorating, I don't want that to come through on this. I don't want it to come through on this. So I've decided to stay in this room, but just to revamp it. So let's start unpacking the IKEA units. Oh, right, I'm having a little sit down. You see I'm a bit warm. I've just brought the first units up, got everything ripped out. I've just noticed that I've got lots of unsightly holes from previous things that I did, so I might have to do a bit of filling, but I'm not 100% sure what units are going to fill what gaps yet, so I shall build them and then see what I need to do after. So I've got the first set of things up. This is going to be the long thing that goes up here. Got my instruction manual, but we don't need no instruction manual. In fact, yes, we probably do need an instruction manual, I won't lie. So, yes, now to screwing! Right, I want to start by saying, fuck you IKEA with your inability to cut things straight. I've had to de-t-shirt at the moment because I'm so damn hot. What it is obviously, as you expect, this is just sheet board that just slides in at the top. But I actually do believe this was cut by a millimetre wrong, because it didn't slide in and actually go inside this, and if you don't go inside this, then the bottom don't go on. So I had to kind of take it all apart, get Joe to hit it as I pushed it, all at the right time, and a massive argument of who's pushing right, and too many chefs in the kitchen, and yes, it's done. So I've made a tiny little grave that I now want to climb in. By grave I mean coffin. So yes, let's continue. Well, the cat's not pulling its weight, so I'm disappointed with that. Should at least helped out a little bit. But yes, first bit's up. I'm out of breath now. I've not put the units in yet because I've just noticed the one issue that I'm going to have, and that is the unit's going to be placed here, but that's going to be flat against the wall, and this isn't flat against the wall simply because the camera wants to blur. There we go. Because I've got a skirting board. So I'm either going to have to push that against the wall, so the top looks flush with the one I'm going to put on here, and it might just be a little skew-if out at the bottom, but I think that would look better than it not being pushed against the wall, so we shall see. So I've not put the shelves on yet, just in case I may have to do some magic with that. But the next set of units are up, so let's begin. Shit! Right, I've just put these in, everyone knows what these are, and they're IKEA's special magical thing, and I just didn't realise this is actually twice as thick as a normal one, and I put a normal one and it slipped all the way in, and I should have used a bigger one. Now I can't get it out, so I've got to somehow push through there and hope it spits it out there without damaging the wood. So yeah, I managed to fuck up an IKEA unit. Well done me! I got it out, but I broke it, which is good. Right, the next one is now in. During it, I whacked one of these things to do it in, and because I'm a pussy, I hurt my arm. So I decided to have a little break, which I've done, chilled out on Reddit, and now I'm ready to build the last one. The annoying thing is, it doesn't actually cover that, so I'm going to have to fill it, unless I actually raise them a little bit, but we shall see how it all fits in once I get it on. And I've got a funny feeling the one on the top will not cover them neither, which is a bugger, but it's getting there, so let's crack on. Right, that is all done now. I've not put the additional shelves in just yet, simply because this side is the nice surface side, so therefore I'm going to have to turn that upside down so you see the nice surface side underneath, and that is designed to actually have legs, so the leg side will be facing up so you can't see the holes. And pretty much done there, apart from obviously I've got to fasten that on the wall, which is going to be fun. But at the same time, now I've actually come to thinking about cables. So what I'm going to have to do is pilot a little hole and actually just put holes at the back for all 6 consoles. From there, these cables should come up to the top. Obviously this won't be here. There's going to be a nice little SCART switch box, which then feed into the TV. At the same time, all the power cables will come to the bottom of here, and there's going to be a load of, obviously, plugs, and then that is then going to shoot off and feed to the actual bit down the side. So, it doesn't sound like too much work to do, but I know fastening that on the wall is not going to be easy, so yes, let's give it a go. Right, that's all done. So we've got the holes in the back, and at the bottom, you may think, oh, Jurassic Junkie, you've done it wrong. Why have you done the one at the bottom at the top? Well, it's a simple reason, and that's because if you look there, the skirting board's at the back. So if I would have done that at the bottom, when I would have pushed this right to the unit, the skirting board would have trapped it. So that gives it a nice gap to actually be able to drop the cable all the way around the back to there. So we are getting there bit by bit, and I'm absolutely knackered now. Right, the holes are all drilled, so that's practically it now. I'm just going to probably run the cables through, just make sure everything fits before actually securing it in place. And then it's a case of actually getting that thing on the wall. But the most important part has now started. It's tea time. Right, that's done. You've got the holes in there, holes in everything else, and everything's looking all good. I just need to secure that thing on the wall. I'm probably going to run all the cables for it first, just to make sure everything does fit, and then we should be doing the hardest part, really. But it's time to stop because it is tea time. So I am absolutely starving, and that looks lovely. Knackered. So super joyous time. It's fucking up. So it was a lot harder to get up than I expected. I had to put a tripod in between here and there to do it. At the top, it actually meets at the right height, which was all I was bothered about. There's a bit of a gap here at the moment, but that's fine because I can budge that across a bit and then move it across, and all of them got feet so you can move them around a bit. So they're actually level, which is awesome, and that is where we stand at, slightly off, so nothing the eye can actually see, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'll just stand back. That's what it all kind of looks like at the moment. But I tell you now, I'm absolutely knackered. I've cleaned these up, ready to be putting some filler in, and they kind of look like bullet holes, so I asked Jo if I could keep them and have a Battlefield theme, and she told me no, and she's gone straight outside to find some filler for me, so awesome. So I shall crack on, get the shelves in, get the cabling in, and we can actually start to look at a final product. Oh, cup of tea time. Alright, they're on. They're up. Got some filler in, so I need to paint that. That's probably going to be there for a couple of weeks until I get some paint. But the shelf is now on. Just pulled that out so I can start to hook all the stuff up, get it all cabled in at the back, and jobs are good then. So every time I always buy some IKEA units, I always go, that is going to be a 30-minute job, and it turns out to be a 30-hour job, but no, it takes a lot longer than I expected, so I'm going to just chill with a cup of tea and then crack on. Right, this is the hardest part of all Dreamcast games. You've got to handle them like TNT. They could explode at any time, shards of plastic all over, so we did okay. They're on the shelf. We're going to step away, hopefully no vibrations will shatter the cases, but then we're going to now deal with the second most deadly item of all, PlayStation 1 cases. We're getting the consoles in there, just wiring them all up, and I'm doing something that I've always wanted to do with the consoles, and that is properly label all the plugs. So we've got NES printing at the moment. If anybody ever, well, practically no one has a Dymo, but if you ever want one, they're about 15 quid on Amazon. They're next to nothing, and it's well worth it because you'll get your ribbon with it free, and you can't go wrong with labelling stuff up. Right, all the cables in, and it's quite shocking how much cables there is. So that's all ready to get pushed back. So it is all nice chucked around the back, and the only thing that is the extra, it goes through there and comes out, and that is my printer. So that's nicely all cabled in. All these are cabled in there, and that all comes to this lot of mess of cables, which I'm going to get one of them really nice SCART boxes that you can flick through all the channels. So I don't have that yet, but that's just sticking like that, and all the cables are all ready to be pushed back. So nearly done. Right, it's now about 9 o'clock at night. I've just had a kebab, polishing off a bit, but it's done. Well, I've done as much as I can, and there's a few more things that I need to do, but this is what it's looking like. So, I'll just give you a shot from right at the back of the room. So that's what she looks like. And just show you a few things we've got on there then. So first we've got practically all Joe's Nintendo box collection along the top. Then on here we've got a lot of Joe's DS and 3DS games. Got the Dreamcast games, PlayStation games, and obviously just random figures dusted about the place. And on here we've got some Wii titles, PlayStation, there's some GameCube up there, some Mega Drive. This is Joe's DS, DSi, XL collection. She enjoys handhelds a lot, so that's all her stuff. My beautiful big box collection, you can't go wrong with these two. Best two games on the planet. And then down here, which looks a bit random at the moment because we haven't sorted it out, there's a lot of official Nintendo magazines and playthroughs and walkthroughs and a few PC games that we can't fit on there. Then at the bottom, boring printer, and underneath there is all the cables, which is quite cool because when you stand up you can't see all the mess. Then on here, obviously, first of all, we've got the Wii. Everything on here is retro, but we decided to put the Wii up here because we may be getting the Wii U in a few months, not too sure yet, but if we do, then this would then get retired to this room anyway. So we just put it up here just in case. Well, I don't say just in case, because we've just made a brand new games room, so we want to enjoy it, and the Wii's going to be up here for a bit, but I'll always keep the PlayStation and the Xbox downstairs for the big TV. Obviously, PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, Xbox, which is so big it takes up its own shelf, Mega Drive, NES, and then we've got the Cube with the actual player underneath, N64, and a PlayStation 2, along with an OnLive box, which has just made its way there because it's got no home. I did try and plug this in, and I got a few errors when I was trying to use the online service, but I'm going to plug it in again and actually give it a go now. I found it and dusted it off. So that's obviously everything. It took a fair amount of time to actually stick it in. The TV at the moment is on loan from the bedroom, so I do need to get a dedicated TV for this room. My idea is to actually wall mount it, so it'll be freestanding, then I can put more figures and whatnot underneath. And at the same time, I also want to run Steam through this TV. So this is my setup on the other side of the room, which is obviously looking more office-y kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I've got my dual screens, and if anyone ever says why you got dual screens, it is so much easier to do web design if you program on one and view your website on the other. So that's my justification for 2 screens. Plus, if you've ever worked in a job that has 2 or 3 screens, you can't go back to 1 because it's so annoying. Above here, I'm going to have a shelf, which was behind us, but to be fair, after I did all that tonight, I couldn't be asked to do anything else. So that's all set up, and obviously got the PC underneath there, along with a wired Xbox controller. So my plan is to then run Steam, and I'm going to have a HDMI cable coming across there, underneath the windowsill so you can't see it, disappear behind there, and then go onto there. So when I am actually playing Steam games, or PC games, or whatever it be, I can actually just play it through the TV. And I am looking forward to that Steam TV app that's coming out soon, so that will be pretty damn awesome when it comes out. And then also I've got a pair of Turtle Beach under there, which the microphone jack knackered on the Xbox, but it works fine on the PC, so that's the dedicated PC headset. And on there at the moment, I am just editing my Halloween special. It's nothing great, and it lasts for a total of 28 seconds and 23. So it's nothing great. We just had a bit of fun last night when my niece was up, so I shall be uploading that in a few days. And that's practically it. So there's still more stuff that we need to do. Obviously in the corner, well, I might still talk about this actually, because a few people watching this video may have not seen my original game tour video. So at the top we've got a lot of plushy stuff and an iPad box, which I don't know why that's in here. Let me open this because of the glare. Ooh. We did have a light that worked and it popped, and I should have picked one up today actually. But I've got a lot of Mass Effect stuff in there. That's not the half of it. A lot of it is all in that room, but it's going to find its way back in here now. Joe's got more Nintendo goodness, along with the actual gold coins that she picked up the other day and the other gold coin. Then we got practically Zelda and Mario stuff down here. And then at the bottom, a lot of Pokemon stuff. So Joe does probably take about 60% of the room up with her bits and bobs, because she's got more collectible items than I do, because I collect Mass Effect, but to be fair, I don't collect many other items, and the main reason I don't collect anything really is because of that bad boy there, Duke Nukem. That made me stop collecting collected items, because to be fair, that was robbery, and I don't need to go into it, everyone knows why that was robbery. So yeah, I've stopped collecting things. If it's Mass Effect as a given, I've got to get it. If it's anything else, I tend not to. So that's what the room looks like. We've still got to put more shelves up, and there's probably going to get more crammed in here. So to say how small this room actually is, got quite a lot crammed in there, which is pretty damn cool. So that's it. I've finished, and now I'm going to kick back, edit this, and then just drink some more beer as I do always. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.